Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Crosstrek. I'm Corey, and this is the nation's largest auto show. This is the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a quick tour of both indoor halls to show you all the action and all there is to see here at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. Stay tuned. All right, Gearheads, like I said, this is the nation's largest auto show, so there is a lot to see. So we're going to be going very quickly, but for a lot of the really new stuff, I will be dropping standalone videos diving deeper into each of those. So be sure and subscribe so you see all that content when it drops. But I wanted to start with this here at the Toyota booth. It is the all-new Toyota Grand Highlander. So it is a stretched, bulked up, beefed up version of the Highlander 3-row SUV. This is still a unibody-based vehicle, but it is boasting more rear room than the bigger Sequoia that is based on the Tundra platform. So a lot going on there. Really set to go to battle against the new Mazda CX-90 and the new Honda Pilot. So a lot to really like there. And as you can see on the tailgate back here, this is the new Hybrid Max powertrain in the platinum trim. So very similar to the Toyota Crown, which we do have a Toyota Crown there in the two-tone color paint job, paint scheme, but we dove deeper into the Crown when we were in Houston. So go check that standalone video from Houston. But that really is the big news from the Toyota booth and from Toyota for the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. You can see there's a lot of really cool stuff here. There's a manual Supra here. There's the GR Corolla. And across from them, we have the Ford booth. And you can see we've got the new Expedition over there. We've got Mavericks. We've got F-150 Lightnings. We've got the Timberline trim of the Expedition. And then we've got the new Mustang here in the glowing box. So this is a GT convertible. We did dive a little bit deeper into the GT when we were at the Houston Auto Show and showed off everything under the hood there with that one. So go check that standalone video out. But you can see what the outgoing model looks like. Back here is the EV test track. So you can see we've got a Ford Lightning right there. You can actually ride along in a Lightning. And then here we have the Mustang Mach-E GT that you can check out. So Ford is claiming the number 2 spot for American EV automakers, and that has been accomplished by the F-150 Lightning and the Mach-E. Very much not electric is the new 7th gen Mustang. This is the Dark Horse version. So this one is claiming up to 500 horsepower. We haven't gotten full numbers yet, but this one gets a special manual transmission over the GT model. It really is just a GT on steroids. So a really nice addition to the performance lineup, and you can see that big wing back there on the back. But that is Toyota, that is Ford. There we've got Toyota Sequoia capstone. So you can see just how big the Sequoia is. Going back to that Grand Highlander we saw earlier, this one does not have as much rear room as that Grand Highlander. So as this hatch opens up back here, you can see just how shallow that rear storage is. It's a very big departure from how much room is in that Grand Highlander. And this one does have tow mirrors. So very interesting look there. Tow mirrors on a Sequoia. Got an indoor track here for a Toyota, so you can ride along in different Toyota vehicles and experience what it's like in a Toyota vehicle. You can see we've got the new Prius back there, so a lot to enjoy back there. And then we've got over here Ford. That Lightning right there is the entry-level Lightning. That's the Pro model. And we've got their trimmer off-road spec of the F-150. So a lot to see at Ford. Moving in here to the Nissan booth, we've got the Aria, their first new all-electric vehicle since the Leaf. The Leaf really started the mainstream electrification by big brands. So now we've got the Aria, and this year, we'll see it in a little bit, they're starting to tout the all-wheel drive version of the Aria. So we'll start to see those, but rear-wheel drive versions are trickling out now. They are really beautiful vehicles on the inside. Speaking of beautiful Nissans, look at this. Love this Nissan Z, especially in this blue. But coming around here, we are in the Ram booth. That is Mike Koval, the CEO of Ram, talking about the Ram Revolution battery electric vehicle. We've already filmed our video on that, so we'll amend anything on screen on that if he drops any new information. But this is the first time that Ram Revolution has been seen by the public at an auto show. Then we've got the Dodge Hornet here, which is based on the Alfa Romeo Denali, which is the first electrified Dodge model. You can get a hybrid version and a plug-in hybrid, so a lot going on there. Here we've got the Road Tripper version of the Chrysler Pacifica. This really is just the perfect road trip vehicle. And then the future of the Chrysler brand. This is the Airflow concept. This is the graphite edition. So you can see this metallic black paint job on this one, which is very nice. And you can see all the gold accents on this one. It is a really sharp vehicle. It is just a concept. We haven't been told much about it. They are shooting for 400 miles of range, but it is a really striking vehicle from Chrysler. You can see they've got a new logo for their electrified lineup, and it lights up here in the grille. Unfortunately, this wheel is actually upside down, so that's the logo upside down right there on the wheels. We've got a little bit more from Nissan over here, including the Frontier, midsize pickup truck of Texas, the Pathfinder back there in green, the midsize SUV of Texas. Here we've got the Armada, Murano, and then we've got Jeep over here, the new Jeep booth. So we've got the new Earl Grey color of Rubicon here on the Gladiator. Really like that. Grand Cherokee L, Grand Cherokee 2-row, the new Compass with the Trailhawk trim, Wagoneer, a lot of stuff going on back here. But I have to get back to Camp Jeep because Jeep is celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the Rubicon line, where a ragtag bunch of guys within development of the Jeep brand made the most capable Wrangler and called it the Rubicon. And here we have the 20th anniversary. 20th anniversary model comes in 392, which is the silver one right there, or 4xe, which is that one right there, or you can get the new AEV edition, which is the blue one right there. A lot really going on with the Rubicon line at Jeep right here. And then you can see, yes, lots of aftermarket parts to make your Jeep truly yours. I'm sure we will have one of those 20th anniversary models sitting here by the time the show opens to the public. But yeah. And then the Wrangler 4xe is the #1 selling plug-in hybrid as of right now, though that is set to change. We've got a lot of plug-in hybrids coming down the pike that are a little more livable daily than a Jeep Wrangler, so very interesting to see how that changes over time. Nissan Kicks, and yes, that snow-covered model right there, that is the all-electric Aria. That is the four-wheel drive version of that all-electric Aria, and really, really interesting display. They're making it snow inside here in Chicago, so that is the new Aria. You can see they're calling it the E-Force all-wheel drive, 389 horsepower from dual electric motors, up to 270 miles of range. So there we go with the E-Force, and there's your two-wheel drive version right there. Back to the back side of the Ford booth right here, we have the Bronco Built Wild test track. So you can ride along in a Bronco right here on the indoor test track, where I can tell you from experience, what was it, 2 years ago at the summer show, going up and down that incline, it doesn't look like much from here, but when you're in it, it is quite dramatic. And then just testing out everything from articulation to that disconnectable stay bar. There's a lot going on with the technology and off-road capability of the Ford Bronco, but you can experience that all in the warmth here inside at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. Really like that a whole lot. And then pivoting over here, we come into Subaru, where they announced a new model, and I'm gonna do my best not to get motion sickness because they have a very interactive display to show off the new 2024 third gen Subaru Crosstrek. You can see up here on the stage, this is the new sport model. So I likened it to a wilderness light. So you can see we get a lot of accenting here on the side. It's yellow, not bronze, but it definitely lets you know there's something special about it. It is the most sporty, hence the name Sport, but very nice, very clean evolution of the style on the Crosstrek. You can see the easiest way to tell it apart is this big blacked out area on the tailgate, but a very capable vehicle. They're getting this one wired up to be ready for the show for the public. But we're going to come out here. We've got the BRZ, the WRX, the Legacy, the Outback Wilderness, the Forester Wilderness, and then here we've got the new Impreza. So no more sedans for the Impreza line, no more manual transmissions for the Impreza line. You only get 5-door hatchbacks, and you only get CVTs. This was announced at the LA Auto Show at the end of 2022, and so this is our second time to really get to see it. First time I've really been able to get it on camera for a good up close and personal look. I did see it about this close at the Houston Auto Show as well. But we've got the Ascent over here, and then BMW has got a display right here where we've got the i7, the XM, which is their crazy performance one-off. I don't even know, I'm out of superlatives for it, but it is just a crazy powerful it's a standalone M model here for the BMW brand, and it is a big SUV, but oh my goodness, quite striking, quite powerful. And then, you know, we've got your other BMW models from sedans to SUVs, and then I promised you a lot of indoor drive action. This is a massive electric test track where you can get some behind the wheel time in the latest electric vehicles. So I'm going to walk over here and show you just some of what is making its way around this test track so that you can get a sample of what you may be able to come and see if you come out to the show. So we've got 3 BMW models here that are electric, so including that i7, which is truly the ultimate luxury driving machine. That thing is insane with some of the tech that they built into that. And then back here we've got more test tracks, including the Cadillac Lyriq. So Cadillac's first all-electric model, and you can actually experience it for yourself here at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. You can see they've got one here for static display that is all lit up. People are getting in. And then there's one over here on the test track for people to test out themselves. Very nice entry into the luxury crossover market. Very interesting, distinct styling all the way around as well. But that is it for the South Hall here and my quick tour around it. Let's smash cut and go to the second hall, the North Hall, where some more brands are waiting for us. All right, gearheads, so here we are in the North Hall. I learned a little from going through the Toyota and Ford booth. I'm just gonna stick to one side and work my entire way around. So here for like the third time on the channel, we've got the Blazer EV. This is an all-wheel drive version in the SS. You can get it in both front and rear-wheel drive. And then we've got some more electric models, the Silverado EV. Last year, we actually interviewed the chief engineer, Nicole Kratz, on that one. And back here, we've got the most affordable new EV, because you can't discount the Bolt EV and EUV, but we've got, for around $30,000, the Equinox EV. Very striking design. I like the two-tone paint on this one. Very interesting light signature, front and rear. Really, really want to see more from this, but you can see that freeform gauge cluster or infotainment screen in there, and digital gauge cluster, and blue accents on the interior. You know I love blue, so yes, give me more blue. This is a very blue vehicle. But moving out of the electronic or EV section of Chevrolet, we've got the Corvette Z06. This has the flat plane crank V8, naturally aspirated, so crazy, so powerful, so insane sounding. A lot of work went into making it sound very special, including, look, here we have a cutaway of that 5.5 liter V8. You can see 670 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. And then we'll go ahead and look at this one right here. This is the LT2. This powers the quote-unquote normal Corvette, and then this hybrid Corvette. This is the E-Ray. It's got an electric motor powering the front axle and a 6.2 liter V8 powering the rear wheels. So it's the first electrified Corvette, first all-wheel drive Corvette. We've got your standard fare Equinoxes and Blazers and Traverses and Camaro and Tahoe and Suburban, but look at what we have here. It's the new 2024 2500 High Country Midnight Edition. We saw this when it was announced at the State Fair of Texas last fall. Very big, very massive, very dark pickup truck. And then the new 2023 Chevy Colorado. Did a very in-depth video and look at this one at the Houston Auto Show. So we followed it up with this one, the Trail Boss version. A lot of people wanted to see that. So I went in and checked out this Trail Boss version. 2-inch lift, ultra wide track, so it's got a wider stance than the Z71 version. You can see it there in the fender flares, the over fenders, and I really like these 18-inch wheels. But yeah, extra wide stance on that one. And then we've got Silverado ZR2 over here. I love this blue. It comes with the 6.2 liter V8 under the hood, Multimatic DSSV dampers. We got a short test drive of one of those while we were in LA earlier, or later last year for the LA Auto Show. Got the High Country Z71, a lot of good stuff over here at the Chevy booth. More engines to look at, cutaways to look at, but if you want to look at something,
hey, would you look at this?
We've got the Wintrust Supercar Gallery, and this is a very, very rare Lamborghini Countach.
Oh, would you look at this?
Brought back the Countach name and styling, and we've got a neon green right here, and oh my goodness, this thing is gorgeous and reminds me very much of the original Countach. But all kinds of supercars and exotics back here. Bentleys, McLarens, Aston Martins, Maseratis, all kinds of really cool stuff in the Wintrust Supercar Gallery. And then that brings us back here to Buick, which has a lot in common with that because it has had quite a draw. No, not because of the Enclave or the Encore GX, but because just for the first weekend of the show, you can check out this Wildcat concept. This is the new design language of the Buick brand. Unfortunately, they aren't going to make this because cars are going away, and yeah, we're just not going to get this, unfortunately. But this shows you the design language of the Buick brand, including their new Tri-Shield logo, and very interesting, unique look. It is an EV, But again, it is a concept vehicle. Very large doors for easy access into the back seat back there, very large wheels and tires, and then very interesting lighting elements back here. I would say this design language philosophy definitely speaks to me a lot more than the Cadillac design language. So when it comes to premium electric luxury vehicles from General Motors, if this is what Buick is bringing to the table, I'm very much interested. You can see this very large glass rear window, see in very nicely. Seating for four, very large center console there, light up Wildcat badge underneath, light up Buick logo, rear view camera mirrors with displays right there in the door, very large screen up front, very, very beautiful vehicle inside and out. Again, this is a design study, a concept showing the future of the Buick brand as they step away from stuff like this Encore or Enclave. Sorry, I was looking at the Encore with my eyes and the Enclave with my camera. And then we move over into GMC. So here is the new 2023 AT4X. You can tell it apart by all the bronze accents and the AEV steel front bumper. So this compares with the ZR2 of the Silverado lineup from Chevrolet, and GMC took it up a notch in 23 with this new steel front bumper. Then we've got the new Canyon AT4 over here. Gone is the V6, gone is the extended cab, gone is the 6-foot bed. So we get the AT4 trim. This thing is nice, very luxurious on the inside. Speaking of luxurious, this thing, it's the 2024 GMC Sierra Denali HD with the ultimate package. I absolutely stinking love this thing. And we did film an in-depth look at it, but we did not have the lights on for that. So if you were curious, or if you're coming here from there, want to see what this thing looks like all lit up with the LED running lights and cab lights up top, there you go. There you have it. But what makes this thing just so crazy insane is the interior. The two-tone interior in here with the full grain leather, the contrasting piping, contrasting stitching, the unique stitching on these. It is truly something special. These are heated, ventilated, and massaging front seats. Very luxurious front seats here in the GMC Denali Ultimate. And you can see we've got the topography of Denali here. We've also got that on the secondary glove box, which is a wood covering on that glove box. Just a lot of luxury here on this 2024 Denali HD Ultimate. And it does have that 6.6 liter Duramax, 470 horsepower, I believe, 975 pound-feet of torque, max towing on a 3500 model of like 36,000 pounds. So if you need to tow a house, like literally a very luxury motorhome in your luxury truck, this is the one you want. We've got the Terrain Denali with all its chrome bright work. We've got a 1500 Denali Ultimate. So you can tell the Ultimate from that fender badge, but also blacked out GMC, black accents, black chrome, if you will, on them. Unique wheels, but again, a very luxurious vehicle all the way around. And yes, same interior as we look around this one from that 2500. So there we go. We have a black GMC Hummer EV back here. I've only seen white ones, so it's really nice to see another model. And right now they are showing off that the roof panels do actually store in that front trunk. So you can remove all four roof panels and have a truly open air experience in that. Coming over here, this is the new AT4 HD. And yeah, this thing is impressive as well. So a lot of similar styling from that Denali HD, but being that this one is the AT4, it's built up to be more rugged. You've got those red tow hooks and just better off-road wheels, tires, The suspension is different. GMC is teasing us that the AT4X is coming to the HD line, so it'll be interesting to see how they incorporate that, because the X typically denotes those Multimatic shocks. Now we come over here to Kia. We've got EV6 on display. We've got the red, if you can see it back there, the red Stinger, which is departing us after its production run ends here, if it hasn't already. We've got Kia Niro, and then your typical lineup of Kia crossovers and SUVs, the new updated Telluride right here, the 2023 Telluride with its new lights. This is the X Pro version, which just gives you a little more off-road rugged flair. I really like it. It's a nice upgrade for me. The Carnival, multi-purpose vehicle, multi-person vehicle, whatever you want to say that P is for, but multi-purpose vehicle. And then we come over to Lexus, which Lexus is promising to go all electric very soon. So it'll be interesting to see if I can find their new electric vehicle here. I can see we've got the LC, gorgeous, LC convertible, gorgeous. We actually had one of these for a week on the channel, so you can go check that out. But yep, I see it back here, the new all-electric. I believe they're calling it the RZ, which Lexus doesn't really do names, they do initials, but yes, based on the BZ4X and the Subaru Solterra. This platform is getting many variations. Very interesting to see how it will be received by Lexus faithful, but you can see the styling on it is very similar to other offerings from the brand, especially this new RX, which is their bread and butter. It's like 90% of their sales volume comes from this mid-size crossover. Coming over here into Honda, they're about to do a press event, but I wanted to show you, we've got the new Pilot, we've got the new CRV, the HRV, we've got a little cutout here for Acura and the MDX, RDX, NSX, a lot of initials going on over here, including we've got the Integra over here and the TLX, so a lot of fun stuff from Acura. But there is the new off-road Trail Sport version of the Pilot. So we just saw the Kia X Pro. Here is the options from Honda and the Trail Sport, and then showing just how much Honda really does in the world of people moving. They are in aviation, they're in off-road, they're in yard equipment, they're in power boats, all kinds of fun stuff. So we have over here the new 2023 Accord. So I'm not going to go too in detail on this one, because we did that at the LA Auto Show, and we've got one coming for a week's worth of testing middle of March. So it'll probably be up on the channel around the 1st of April. So if you want to see more on this hybrid, how it drives, what it's like to live with it, especially as a family, we're going to have one of these on the channel very soon. But more stuff, we've got Civics over here, both sport models. We've got the Type R, which I'm trying to get to very quickly. I'm cutting in front of people taking pictures. But yes, here is the so powerful Honda Civic Type R. Just over 300 horsepower to the front wheels, limited slip wizardry magic with the differential up front. So I'm hoping I can get some wheel time in one of these very soon. Still waiting on that to show up on my delivery list. But yeah, there is Honda for you. And whew, we kind of missed Volkswagen and Hyundai here in the center section. Backside of Hyundai does have an EV test track where you can ride in the Ioniq 5. The Ioniq 5 won a lot of awards last year. The Ioniq 6 is coming out. It's kind of a sedan, though they don't call it that. They call it the Streamliner. We went in further detail when we were in LA on that one, showed off a little bit of that. But here we have the Nexo. This one is hydrogen powered, so probably not going to see many of those on the road. While we are here at Hyundai, they did announce the Evolve Plus EV subscription service. So you can, if you're EV curious but don't want to commit to buying one, you can opt into that Evolve Plus. And then they announced the expansion of their Blue Link Plus, which beats all the competitors when it comes to connected services. Their digital key will come standard, and all of that stuff will pass from the original owner to additional owners, starting here with the Ioniq 6. So this is the first vehicle to get that Blue Link Plus all the way down, and it will be part of that Evolve Plus EV trial subscription service. I do want to call special attention to this vehicle right here. This is the Hyundai Santa Cruz. This is their off-road pickup truck, but this particular one was piloted by two of my really good friends. They call themselves Team Brute Squad, but Jill Simonillo and Kristen Shaw. And they piloted this over 1,600 miles in California and Nevada desert as part of the Rebel Rally last year. And they just announced today they're doing it again, partnering with Hyundai, and they will be, I assume, piloting this vehicle again and just improving on what they learned from their rookie season, their rookie run last year. So very excited for my friends there. You can go check out an interview with both of them about their experience in their very first Rebel Rally here on, go to gtgaragetalk.com and click on our podcast, and you will be able to find that interview there. Very excited for both of them as they embark on their second run, their sophomore season of the Rebel Rally. And we will close with a little bit of a mystery back here at Volkswagen. So as I record this, today is the first day of media previews, but I will be able to show you very soon what is under the cover back here on the stage at Volkswagen, because they are going to show us the 2024 Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport. So two new SUVs from VW. They will be unveiled tonight to us. You have probably already seen them by the point you are seeing this. But yeah, we will go into further detail with those if and when we get time with them tomorrow as this show goes on. But so you can see there's a lot of stuff to see here at the auto show. Two halls full of tons of stuff, different things you can do. EV test tracks, off-road driving indoors, Camp Jeep, Bronco Built Wild, tons of stuff to see and do at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to cover this. That is made possible by you, so thank you so much for watching this content. Like I said, if there was a vehicle that you want to see more on, I either have it on the channel already or will be filming it as I can get time with it here at the show. So subscribe, stay tuned, because that will be coming soon. Hopefully, we'll see what all I can grab while I'm here for the media preview. But that is about all I can show you right now on this quick walk. I'm almost out of breath. It's been a lot. It's been a long walk. So if you wouldn't mind, if you want to see more from us, want to keep up with what we're dropping, find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can just head on over to gtgaragetalk.com, where you'll find links to everything, including that podcast interview with Jill and Kristen about the Rebel Rally. Hit all the buttons down below, like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, all the things to let the algorithm know to show you more content from us, because this is the first of many videos on vehicles here at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. And as for me, I'm gonna go sit down, catch my breath, and go back to work. So until next time, gearheads, bye.